First thing to note before we go to Quicksilver is, again, the cutscenes here are weird, so you need to skip the dialogue when I say to. This will actually skip the cutscene instead of weird things happening. So you'll talk to the Weapon Master, wait for him to say salut, and then once the discover whatever comes on screen, then you can skip the cutscene. Otherwise, weird things happen, then you get stuck on the chain, and I will just roll down the hallway, spam attacks into those enemies. Note about that cutscene. If that cutscene does not play, you need to restart the level. Unless something is found to where that cutscene not playing ends up being fine, and there's a way to recover it, or to let it actually play, that cutscene must play in order for you to progress to the level. It can happen if you go too fast, or if you enter it weird. I don't know how exactly it does or doesn't happen. Generally, going through the start a little bit slower will make that consistently play, making it safe. But I do not have a great understanding of how it works. I don't think anyone does. So just be on the lookout for if something in that department gets changed or is fixed, whatever. But just be aware of it. If the cutscene doesn't play, you need to restart the level. You can prevent it generally by going slower at the very start, and then once it plays, you're pretty much home free for the level. Except for there's one thing that you do need to be on the lookout for, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Other than that, just go through the section, you'll grab the key and come back. Be careful of the position of the arcane defenders. They can be positioned really weirdly. I don't know a consistent way to get through them. Sometimes they just like to be in different positions. So when you get there, try to avoid them the best you can. If you get stuck on them, just don't attack them. I do not understand this enemy. I need to get a demonstration of that working correctly. What happened there? Like, oh, I'm out of batteries. Perfect. Well, I guess I don't need player 2 right now. So I guess that can happen. Where you just get teleported for no reason. It just is, yeah, that can just happen. I'm gonna try this again. So by entering that section, or by entering that cutscene, rolling once, and then just spamming attacks into the Arcane Ultron, you're able to attack it before it actually is able to get its shield up. So you need to do it very quickly and continuously attack it correctly in order for it to work. Otherwise, he'll be able to get his shield up and you can't kill it, or you have to wait to. Also be wary of the soul gem. It's pretty easy to collect if you're not careful. Sometimes the Ultron can move into it, and then also that's how big the range is. So just be wary of that, especially if it moves into it. After that, you'll move into this teleporter, and then I'll note another cutscene thing. So I rolled out of here to make sure it doesn't play, just so I can show what's going on. The cutscene that shows off the magic spell punk, you need it to play in order to progress as well. However, this one can be re-triggered by just walking onto the cutscene trigger. It's somewhere around here. So if you just walk around a little bit as soon as you get there, you'll consistently get it. So roll over, grab the key. How did you move? You'll just spam standard attacks into those. Roll down to kill the magic spell punk. Roll left twice, and then you'll just continuously standard attack to kill the rest of the enemies in this section. Then roll to the right to kill the right Arcane Defender, and then you just need to wait for the Ultron to cooperate. And then you can progress. Here on these chains, you want to preserve this sort of running momentum so that you can get there in less rollouts, because the speed you have from that is slightly faster than rolls. You can destroy the stone wall. Then for the blocks, for this block section, roll over to the top block, then the crystal, come down, the block, push the crystal into place, then the block, then the block. You do not need to get a snapback on the final block push. You have enough time to get a rollout regardless of if you get a push or not. So you can push it and then roll, and then you'll be in position. Be careful about the momentum you get from this chain, though, because if you preserve your momentum, you'll get thrown right into the story scroll. That's what you don't want to do. I think I can actually show what you do want to do. Well. So, rather than that, you carry this momentum and just hold left, and then push the top block, then the right block, then the crystal, then the block, and the crystal. And then on the last push of this crystal, you want to try to get a snapback. This will allow you to get 2 rolls instead of just 1. So if you only get 1, you'll be able to get to around here, but if you get 2, you'll be able to get to here. So I was only able to get 1 roll out there, but if you get 2, I guess I can kind of show what that looks like. So if you do get the snapback, you can do something like that, and then you end up here, which is a more favorable position to be in. We'll first start by carrying this momentum into this top crystal, and pushing this one down, running through here. You want to rotate this crystal twice. One of those rotations, you want to push this block as you're rotating it. Then as you push this block, you want to get a roll to get this lever rotated. And then on the final push of this crystal, you want to get a roll such that you land on where the teleporter ends up. So let me just double check my visual cue for this. I might not get it, but it spawns around here where I'm standing with Stealth Elf. So you want to get a push into the crystal and then a roll out. So about there, that should work. And then you don't have to wait for the teleporter cutscene. If you miss it, you just walk into the teleporter and you have the whole time. Not too big of a problem. I'll grab the key. Just pull to reference my notes. Here, what you're killing are, let's get the name, the Arcane Blasters and I think the Magic Spell Punks. So you're gonna kill these, Magic Spell Punk, and these 2 blasters. You'll roll into this next section. Let's call the Magic Spell Punks. You'll break down the stone wall, and then kill the 3 Arcane Defenders that jumped over the wall, the ones that are in the prior section you do not need to kill. Then you'll roll over to the top Magic Spell Punk, then the bottom, and then ideally this guy starts shooting. And then you can kill the Ultron, unlock the gate, and continue to the level. And that's it for chapter 20.
Les Skylanders et à l'air sont plus puissants ici. Les Skylanders liés à lui sont plus puissants. Les Skylanders liés à l'air sont plus puissants. Les Skylanders liés à la magie sont plus puissants ici.